spooky late night.
It's a fucking late night up. It's been a minute. You remember we did one? Remember the one we did at like 2 a.m. that one time? I think that was when Shane did the Comedy Store. It's been a minute since I feel like we've done like a really, really late night one.
Oh yeah, we did come back and then podcast.
We're whispering through the whole. You can go back. I like re-listened to it. I don't know if I can't remember if it's a forbidden episode or not. I don't think it is, but it somehow popped up, and we're like we sound like we're gonna get in trouble with like mom or dad or something.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna slide
this way
just a little bit.
Center
yeah.
it a little better.
Just a little. It's not gonna be that centered, but.
Oh no, it's fine. I just didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't want to be leaning off the off the edge.
Mm-hmm. I should really get a camera operator.
One day we'll do all this. One day
we'll pay a guy to just stand behind the tripod.
No, we'll get a guy. We'll pay somebody to hit buttons to like switch back and forth between us. He never gets it right. It's always on the person who's not talking. That would actually be fucking funny as shit if we always cut to the person not talking.
That would be funny.
That's what I want more than anything. Just like just like us like zoning out while you hear a disembodied voice.
That would be. We should do at least one episode like that.
Yeah, we should do an episode where we record like with the one camera setup. We should record a regular episode, but then like we do like a like a Nirvana thing or the Replacements thing where like we play the audio, but then we're just here like looking dead, like pissed off, like
yeah,
just dissociating.
Do it Top of the Pops style.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yes.
We're just playing chess.
We're holding fucking flowers instead of microphones. Yeah, that would be very subversive. Mm-hmm. That's so funny because, like, who are we even saying fuck?
Lip syncing to our beloved hit single podcast episode that is on all the airwaves.
Well, because if we did that, like, who would we even be? Because I guess when you do it on Top of the Pops, you're saying fuck you to, like, the music industry, but we would just be saying fuck you to our listeners. Yeah. Like the people that we would be nothing without.
We would be nothing without you. We will never betray you.
Never betray you. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless somebody makes a really good deal, makes us a really, really good offer.
How would we even betray them?
Someone's
like, I'll give you $1 million to kill every listener.
I don't know, just start like doxing them, start roasting them on the subreddit. Mm-hmm. Just like...
Yeah, it's the only subreddit where you post pictures of the listeners. You're just like, just so you know, this obscure cartoon character looks like the one listener. Right. If you'd seen him, you think it's funny. You should upvote this.
I think that we should like shame them like Pay-Pig. Just like, look at this disgusting piece of shit, and he listens every week like a piggy to slop. And it might make them listen even harder. They probably listen like even more intensely. Like if that's their fetish. Just like pressing their headphones into their ears.
Well, I've long said that the audience should be hornier about this podcast.
We're just wait for 2022. We're gonna completely reinvent the sex appeal of this podcast. I'm gonna start coming out in leather. I should do this podcast in like a full GIMP mask. I should just like have the microphone inside the GIMP mask, so that it's just like super fucking muffled and blown out. Mm-hmm. And that would be. I would love to like do this podcast in like full on like fetish gear, fetish wear. We could get Selena to send us some stuff.
You do it in full leather, and then I do it like hanging from hooks. Just go full Hellraiser.
That would be awesome.
I'm just suspended from the ceiling by meat hooks.
I have to like hand you the ad read. I've got to like pass paper up to you.
Yeah. I'm just like under 5'10". Now I'm not permitted to wear clothes, but if I was, I would be.
Dude, if you were on meat hooks, there's no way that I wouldn't just like I would want to spin you so bad. and you would just be begging me to stop you from spinning.
Yeah. Just suspended like a model airplane.
Yeah, should we become like absolute freaks and like the minute we turn 30, should we just like should we just decide to join the underground cybergoth lifestyle?
We absolutely should.
We just we sign up for fetish clubs. We don't tell our girlfriends. I mean, we tell our girlfriends, but we're like, we don't even want you to come.
Yeah.
This is a
just so you know, we won't. We're like, we don't cheat on them, which is weirder. Mm-hmm. We just go.
We record the podcast in like a glass box. You know the box where you watch people fuck? I don't know if you've ever been to a fetish club. I unfortunately have.
You have?
Yeah, we don't ever need to talk about it.
Why? Why not? It's the page.
Because I'm not ready to. But
so now we have 3 stories that I know will be classic episodes.
2 of them I'm getting ready to talk about.
Okay.
Going to one of these clubs, it's just gonna take a little bit, okay? But there's a room, and all these clubs, there's a place where you can watch people fuck. But I think it would be awesome if we just like barge in
like
there.
a fishbowl.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like you're tapping on the glass. You're like, that
A
looks
fishbowl, but dirtier. Is there algae in here?
But it would be awesome if we barged in there and just began podcasting. Just that's what I do, because you know what the thing that we miss out on that, like, well, I guess just kind of like the way like old things about stand up are appealing, like doing late night and stuff like that. Morning radio used to be the radio station they'd send you out to like a fucking ski lodge to get drunk and eat pancakes, and there'd be like, like chicks and t-shirt guns and all that stuff. And in the age of podcasting, all that pomp and circumstance is completely lost.
Yeah. We have not once had a porn star jerk off during an episode.
Or a retarded guy, and I would take either one, dude.
Either one. I would feel so blessed to have either one.
There's nothing more that I want than to arrange a surprise meeting between a booked porn star and a booked retarded guy. That used to be the magic of like morning radio. It's crazy how illegal morning, like, you know what I mean? Like the thing that everybody had access to. Like, if you have a car, if you have a radio, you can tune into morning radio stations, and they were doing things that felt so insanely illegal.
Dude, I remember like when I was early on in stand up, me and Lemaire, we went to Washington D.C. for something. I forget. Was it your was it the show that
I might have booked you guys on a show?
Yeah,
or did you do You, Me, Them, Everybody?
Oh wait, no, it was the show that you booked me, and Hampton Yount was closing it.
Oh, and Lemaire just came?
Lemaire just came with, yeah. And on the way back, we were like, I was like, oh, let's listen to some Opie and Anthony, because I just, I'd never really listened to it, but I just knew everybody said that, like, all the comics that we like. So I guess at that point, they were just releasing like best of clips on like a podcast.
Oh yeah, they were.
But they were like largely not the clips with comedians. So I was just like, all right, let's just pick a random episode, and I play it. And Lemaire and I just drove in silence for like 20 minutes just listening to like a woman masturbate. And eventually he was like, do you want to turn this off?
Dude, they would do that shit all the time. Or they would have people like they had like homeless people, like regular homeless people that like Opie would like go out and like take pictures of, which, doesn't translate to radio at all. I think they would even do this gag where they would like barge in on people using the bathroom, like in the station. I mean, morning radio is such an it's such a massive cultural oversight. Their show specifically. But like, dude, you listen to early Howard Stern, who's like one of the, he's one of the major cultural figures in American pop culture.
Yeah.
His show, it's like you listen to it and you're like, he should be in jail. This is insane.
I remember there's this one clip I listened to where Anthony is just telling all the kids who listen to the show to go in their parents' nightstand and call and tell them what's in it. And then it's just like cracky, like 10-year-old boy voices. And they're like, and he's like, all right, we're on the radio, so we're gonna call it let's just say a dill. Is it a dill? And the kid's like, yeah. And he's like, nice.
Dude, it's insane. Like, Anthony, it is insane that he's even allowed to talk to children. He took a 17-year-old girl to her prom. Did you know that? There's pictures of him with her family.
That rules.
He picked her up. No, I get it.
I mean, I don't mean it's cool to do that. I mean, it's so funny
that happened.
Yeah.
He took her. There's pictures of him like with her, like just smiling in her family's like McMansion. Everybody looks like they've made a deal with the devil, and then apparently he fucked her and brags about it. Could you imagine?
That's a bad dad. It's that girl's dad.
Definitely. Oh, he's dated nothing but women with bad dads, dude.
How did the school let him in?
That's what I heard a very funny observation that somebody's like, what's it like to be the other kids at that prom? Like, you see fucking Kayla show up with a 60-year-old man with a face like the moon,
Yeah, well, I remember at my prom there was like a rule. I think you had to be like under 23 to go or something.
Yeah, but they would still let some people like in college go.
Yeah.
But like, you can't be bringing somebody, older, like,
or no, I think you had to be under 21 because they didn't want to run into someone's like, yeah, I'm drunk, but I'm an adult.
I'm allowed to be
I'm
here.
allowed to be drunk.
Dude, oh my God, dude, imagine getting drunk and number one, imagine getting drunk and like, holding it over your girlfriend's head like, none for you. And then just like get drunk driving her to her prom. Mm-hmm. You would feel like a king. Yeah, because it's a fucking event space. You can just bring your own alcohol to the prom and nobody can have it except for you. How awesome must that feel?
Yeah. You know what would be the ultimate flex? Is being an adult going to prom without a date.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You're just there in the mix.
What kind of crazy fucking loophole do you have to find to pull that off? No, that's what you do. Is like you have to get a date. You've got to get a high schooler to take you to prom, and then just like break up with her the minute you get there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, dude.
What's the max age to like attend high school?
Yeah, because I mean, I know some kids get held back,
and I know they have they have GEDs, but like, do you have to? Like, what if I want to play? What if I want to take advantage of the extracurriculars?
Yeah,
what if I'm an immigrant man who wants to get his GED, but I also want to participate in high school theater?
Well, I think at a certain age they have to make you go to night school, right? Or like maybe those people do because they've got to work during the day.
I think a lot of school. In my town, I knew a couple kids who said that they went to mall school, which is when you like drop out and then you just go to the mall and get your GED in some like back room.
Oh yeah, I saw a place like that in the Glenburn.
That was always wild to me. There's a lot of like punk kids. They'd be like, "Yeah, I dropped out of school." It's like it's high school.
Yeah. Just finish it.
What do you want to do? Work?
Yeah, I graduated. I eked out of high school with a 1.9. Just fucking finish it, dude. Just show up.
They will. Look, the teachers are almost not allowed to not let you graduate.
They don't want to deal with you.
No,
they absolutely don't. Yeah, I did, dude. I did summer school. Not 3 years consecutively, but 3 years total. I did summer school going into 9th grade, and then I did summer school. I like slipped through the cracks because I failed. So I failed 10th grade English, I think like all 4 quarters of it. And I made up 2 of those quarters, like one semester in summer school, but then I never made up the other 2 quarters. So then that was my freshman year. And so then I made it all the way to senior year, and I was getting ready to go into my senior year, and my guidance counselor was like, "Oh fuck, how did you do this?" I just never completed 9th grade English, so I had to, while I was in senior English, I also had to take 9th grade English, and I was in class with my girlfriend's sister. Which was fucking horrible, dude. It was so
damn. You
bad.
have to do 2 Englishes at the same time.
I do 2 Englishes at the same time. One was really. My teacher was super cool because my teacher just passed me because she was like, "School's fake." She stopped being a teacher a year later because she was like, "School is fake.
It is not real."
She was the greatest, and so I got into this class with my girlfriend's younger sister, and we're sat right next to each other. And I remember like the first day of class, I see where my seat is. I sit next to her, and I look at her, and I go, "Do not tell your sister that I'm in class with you." I had to keep this insane secret.
That is crazy. Yeah, I like almost didn't do my senior project.
Really?
Yeah, I just like didn't do it, and then eventually I got like called down to the office. They're like, "Did you not do it?" I was like, I guess not."
What's a senior project?
At my school, everybody had to do a senior project. And it was supposed to be like involved. It was supposed to take you like months. And I think I made a website for like the school TV station, which is just that I did it in like 20 minutes. It was just like a WordPress template.
How did he do that? He's so good with the computer.
Yeah.
This cricket must be a genius.
But yeah, I just showed it to, like, it was never online at any point.
You just showed them a Microsoft Word document with clip art. Yeah, if we had one of those, I didn't do it. That seems so stupid, dude. The shit that they make you do in high school. I mean, haven't they, like, it's a known thing. Like, half like the take home work like in school is completely superfluous and doesn't like increase your grasp of the concepts at all.
Yeah, I hate just because I retardedly am in school again as an adult. I'm taking algebra in community college, and one of our word problems was like, they showed us like a logarithm for how much you retain from taking a college class after how many months.
Mm-hmm.
It was like after 1 week, you're down to only remembering 70%. And then it's like by the end of the year, you're down to 20%. Isn't this graph interesting? And I'm just like, why are you showing this?
Why the fuck would you let us in on that's so weird. It's almost like they're rubbing your face in it. Like,
Yeah.
like colleges are really.
Why is
just
this in the textbook?
Yeah, we're tricking you. We're stealing your money, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to have a
Yeah.
degrry.
Well, to be fair, they aren't stealing my money. This is
Right.
free.
No, I know, but just
Yeah.
the fact that that's in a college textbook, it's like so fucking. Something about that is so brazen and evil.
Yeah. That's why I love California. They pay for me to go to college and barely do anything. Like I took 4 classes this semester. Only one of them is like hard. Like
Right.
only one of them do I like do anything at all.
Yeah.
The others I just like I'm in a Zoom call, and then afterwards I have to like fill out like a 3-question quiz on what we covered, and the exact wording of the questions you can Google all of them, and someone has put them on a website.
Yeah, I imagine that doing any kind of school through Zoom must be like this year. Like, I almost like wish that I was in school during the pandemic because I'm like, I bet I could have pumped my GPA up.
Well, that's why I did math this semester, is because I was like, I think I can pass algebra if
I can cheat.
I can cheat.
I can cheat. Yeah. Yeah, because
You know, factoring, you can pay a website $12 and they give you like a tool that you log into that factors polynomials for you.
Oh, that's all. I have no idea what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but yeah, that sounds awesome. Paying to get what you want.
I mean, you have to like know how to do the rest of the problem, but like from the beginning, I was like, I just can't do that at all. I'm too old and retarded. I can't.
Also, you will straight up never use it.
No.
You never will. That like, dude, the emphasis on like math, and I guess like it's supposed to teach you logic, but like there's other ways to teach logic than just like algebra problems and math. Like it's the focus on math is absurd. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Way too much.
Way too much. Way too much. And that's why we have people who are basically just like psychopaths who like, it's like if there was more focus on like literature and comprehension, because like, I don't know, man, we have maybe I might just be pulling
Honestly,
this out my ass.
all of school is fake, because it's like math's fake, science I get.
Science is
But
pretty.
it's like
pretty
math.
real.
Why do I need that? English. It's like, oh, you want to teach me how to read stories?
Yeah, but
Oh, you.
stories are good.
Yeah, they're good, but it's like, is it like when I was graduating, I remember this is how much I believed in the value of education.
Mm-hmm.
Is I was going to community college, and I was like, I thought maybe when I transfer to a real college, I'll retake some of these classes so that I can like learn it better.
Absorb them better.
Yeah, because I thought like that if I went to like a better college, it would be like, oh, but I want to learn like a more interesting perspective on literature. And now I'm just like, well, you fucking it's a movie that you read. Like,
Yeah, true.
what is smart about understanding a book?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of my. I mean, I guess I like that school can instill the appreciation,
Yeah.
but you should just fucking do it on your
It's
own
like,
time.
well, I went to school, so now I know that when there's a river, it means that it's someone's pussy.
Right.
I know that the water symbolizes a Victorian woman's hole.
Yeah, whenever somebody takes a shower, they're forgiven, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn that from watching Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
You know,
you really can.
you can, dude. And but see, I love stories. I wish there was more emphasis on stories because, like Brendan, I can't tell you, like, just throughout my life.
I wish they should have just been mandatory shop class. I should have gone to trade school.
It shouldn't have been. You would have lost your fingers.
I almost did anyway.
Yeah, I know. No, we need to get back to fables and story, because I can't. I'll just go through life and I'll see things and I'll be like, Scorpion and the Frog. That's how I have to unfilter everything to understand it.
Yeah, I remember senior year of high school, I took this class, Western Literature and Thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we learned about the ship of Theseus, and I was like, damn, whoa, this is so mind-blowing. And now I'm just like, oh, you mean that bullshit from WandaVision?
Like, well, God damn it. I guess stories have been cheapened by like the sheer abundance that we have of them. And like there are only so many, yeah, I guess, yeah, it's been a minute since we've had like a new moral, you know what I mean? Since there's been like a moral to it, because we just that's the thing about themes, is like they're universal and we've been doing the same ones for like 1,000 years, but I'm waiting for like a new theme, a new moral.
Yeah, there's no new themes.
Yeah.
We need a new, because it's like man versus nature, man versus society. We got to come up with a new one.
Right. Man versus food? No, that was one.
Yeah,
they did that one. Yeah, what other things can I be against?
What about
is man versus woman?
It's always
I don't think man versus woman is one.
Yeah. What about God versus society?
God versus society would be a sick one. Although that's the Old Testament.
Yeah.
That's in many ways that's the first story.
Yeah.
which is God.
That's my favorite kind of God. I love Hank Hill God, where he's just like, what are you doing down there?
Oh yeah, that's I mean, Old Testament. Old Testament God is sick because like God makes the earth and he's like, oh, why did I fucking do that? Like,
yeah.
He's like,
I didn't need to do all that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just him seeing Sodom being like, ooh.
he just shuts the door.
Yeah.
Imagining him as Hank Hill is so funny. He's like, Abraham, get up on that mountain and kill your son Isaac. Okay, Dad. Just like,
I need you to cut off your boy's foreskin.
oh man, yeah, God was really on one. God was really on one for for however long the Old Testament is. I don't think anybody knows. Yeah. I love that, like, the Old Testament is so sick. They'll just like casually mention that somebody's 900 years old, and you're like, what? And they've lived in the same house all this time, like.
Yeah, that is the crazy part of it. It's like the Bible. It's like the locations are forever. Like you can look at a map. Jerusalem's still there.
It's still there. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta crack that book again soon.
Yeah,
I gotta.
The Bible operates. It's the same as Back to the Future, where it's like that road is still there.
Oh yeah. They didn't pave it over.
Yeah,
it's funny how it is funny how like none of the buildings we were watching the fucking second one after we watched. Isn't the second one the craziest movie you've ever seen?
The second one rules. The third one was kind of boring.
The third one sucks. The second one is a blast.
The first one is an abomination. It's truly an affront to God, and Robert Zemeckis will pay for it one day.
Sooner than later. Yeah, no, the second one, I mean, I love, the second one is basically, it is the best one. It's always been my favorite one. It's basically non-functional as a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
But it's so fucking good. But yeah, it's funny, like, they didn't demolish any of the buildings.
Yeah.
I love that, like, the way that Marty finds out that things have gone wrong in the future is, like, he comes back to 1985, goes into his house, and a black family lives there.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no!
Yeah, it's funny that, in that reality, but then, like, in the other reality where they're rich, they still live in the shitty house.
Right, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, yes. Why didn't they move? That's so true. I mean, I know we're nitpicking stupid shit.
Yeah.
But those movies are fucking bad. The second one's bad in an awesome way. I love also, like, Biff becomes Donald Trump. He doesn't move to a major city. He just builds the tallest building you've ever seen in the middle of this little ass town.
Yeah, I remember seeing like tweets during like after Trump won the first time. I remember seeing some like viral tweet like, "Oh, so now we're living in the Back to the Future 2 timeline." Right. And like now that I've seen Back to the Future 2, I'm like, yes, and it's sick.
It's totally awesome. Dude, how insane is it?
You meant that to say that it was bad, but you are wrong.
You're right. Yeah, this is the best one ever. Dude, how insane is it when he wakes up and his mom has those big fake tits and the whole scene is him unable to stop looking at his mom's tits? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, your tits got really big.
And even if the tits were real, they're not great.
They look bizarre.
Yeah, they look very strange.
What?
They look the same as like the Total Recall lady with the 3 tits.
Yeah, they look very like plaster of Paris paper mache.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so funny. There was no excuse in this movie. There was absolutely no excuse for Marty to be horny for his mom, and they still demanded it be in there.
I also, it did that, the thing that like movies, like the trope where it's like the scene where like you offend a black guy and then he just wants to kill you.
Yep, that's right. Be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, so many movies have a scene where it's like the guy's like, what do you mean, you people? And then like cocks a shotgun.
Well, dude, that's my favorite one. Is I think I've talked about it before. Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Like there's that like mad bomber in the beginning. There's like a bomb, and so like Bruce Willis has to do all these things, or they'll set the bomb off. So the first thing that he has to do is the cops drop him off in the middle of like, I think it's like Harlem, and he's wearing a sandwich board that says "I hate N-words."
Yeah,
and so like
I've seen like only this clip of that movie.
Yeah, and so like everybody's like coming out like, what the fuck? Ooh, this white boy crazy. But when they would show it on TNT, I don't know if it was digitally altered or if they shot alternate TV footage, because they used to do that. Bruce Willis is just wearing a sandwich board that says "I hate everybody," and so it's just very funny to just see him wear this, and every black person is like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, man? How you gonna just wear that in this neighborhood?" I hate everyone.
In this neighborhood where people live.
Where people live. Yeah, how dare you?
This is a nice place.
I mean, really, how that would really go is you would show up with a sandwich board that says "I hate everyone," and just like the 3 black dudes from Do the Right Thing would be like, real shit. I know that's right.
It's funny to imagine like that was acceptable at one point. Just Bruce Willis, like the camera has stopped rolling. He's just like standing on the corner smoking a cigarette in his sandwich board that says "I hate."
I hate N-words. Yeah,
yeah.
It's a crazy way to kick off the 3rd Die Hard movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a screenwriter I would get in trouble if I even suggested that.
Oh yeah, if you submit. Yeah.
I was like, you know what would be compelling? Just, you know, it'd be very engaging.
Dude, imagine throwing that on the desk of like the president of Warner Brothers and him just being like, no notes. You did it again. You wrote a perfect movie. Yeah, man.
It sounds like a Jackass stunt, really.
It totally does. It sounds like a Jackass stunt. Die Hard 3 is kind of like Die Hard meets Jackass. They're just making them run all over the city, do weird stunts. It's a really... That one's a good one. I'm going to rewatch that one. Yeah. We need that. We need more of that. We need more action movies that take big swings like that.
We do.
Because Bruce Willis is probably now like more willing than ever to do it. I'm sure he looks back on that as like the high point of his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wasn't he like, didn't he get press for like being maskless or something? Like he kept going into stores maskless?
Oh, certainly. Oh, I don't know if that's true, but I'm sure that it's true. He's a big, I think like he's basically just like completely lost his mind.
Yeah, you can't play the blues.
No, you can't. Dude, so many actors play the blues, and it takes
You can't
over,
be playing the blues.
It completely takes over their life. Kevin Bacon has a blues band, and he loves it more than anything he's ever done. I don't know what happened. Ryan Gosling, same thing. I think Ryan Gosling has a blues band.
That sucks.
And it's his passion.
It's funny how Woody Allen just plays clarinet at like a bar once a week.
Does he?
I think so, or at least he did at one point.
Oh, we gotta go. Well, Jeff Goldblum used to, in North Hollywood, there used to be like a jazz night where Jeff Goldblum would just like sing lounge music and like stay there to sign everyone's autograph. Like he ate it up. That, you know what? I was criticizing it, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's all I want. I just want to be big enough that I'm in like 3 movies, I get a little clout, and then I just have my little thing that I
play
do.
the blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just keep doing open mics.
Yeah, we do the podcast for a while, build an audience, and then I just go around and I rap the theme song at different coffee shops.
Oh yeah, dude. No, you need to do. Here's what I want to do. I want to get big from the podcast, do a TV show, have a movie career, and then one day I just become one of those like all gold robot guys that like hangs out in front of the Burbank Mall, just like jingling a cup.
It'd be funny to do that, but only your penis is not gold.
So just my cock is out.
Your cock is just full. It's like a very small dick and balls.
Yeah, that would be sick. After that would be like, and again, after you have to be so off-putting that like that's how you regain the right to be in public without getting mobbed by the paparazzi. Is like you just like do one grandiose act that confounds and disgusts everybody. And you're like, well, I don't even want to talk to him at all.
Yeah. I don't want his autograph.
Yeah, I don't want him to sign anything that I own. The golden penis man with the cup? No way. It's like, congratulations.
Yeah, or you do it reverse. You show up and you're nude, but you only have a gold cock.
Penis?
You're like, I ran out of paint. I'm sorry. I thought the container was bigger at the store.
When it gets hard, I still do the robot noise. I'm like, just like making it go up and down. Yeah, those guys, dude, honestly, like those guys are like the most talented people. You have to like, that is such a genuine skill to move and make robot noises with your mouth. I'd argue you're more talented than like most people on sitcoms. And it's like, you're doing that. You're like, I want to dedicate my life to making $3.50 a day. I want to learn this ancient craft.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy.
It's wild, dude.
That and the statue people.
Yeah,
that's weirder.
That's another. It's another one where it's like, what is? I really wonder like what those people are like how much of their identity it is, because like it's so weird to do.
It's so funny to imagine like like a woman being like, guys, you gotta meet my new boyfriend. He's great, and the guy goes, they're like, honey, no.
Yeah, because like I guess, well, you know what? So I'm like, what leads you to that? But I just realized I'm like, I think dropping out of high school and not getting a GED. I'm pretty sure I think that's why these people are doing this. That's how you become Elmo on the fucking Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of crack too.
Crack probably also gets you there. Well, there was like. There was an article, maybe there was even a documentary about the guy who was like famously the Superman, like the Superman guy on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, who was like beloved, but also like he was leading a life where he was just like, they would just like find him with like needles in his arm. I think he was fucking some other homeless lady. But they did like a whole, when he died, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, that's what happens to those guys. They die. And they did like a whole,
Absolutely.
They did like a whole human interest piece on him in the fucking LA Times. And it's like, it's crazy how like it is straight up a community, like the tiers, the strata of entertainers in Los Angeles is wild.
It's probably like comedy, where like probably there's people who show up, do a couple days, then quit.
Right. Yeah, they go, but I want to know who the person is who's like, I'm going out to Los Angeles to work the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's all I've ever wanted.
Well, they come here because they think that they're going to be movie stars, Nick.
Yeah, but I want to know. Okay, what I want to know is I want to know like what they're like. Well, look, you got to start in the mailroom, right? You have to dress up like Optimus Prime in front of the Museum of Wax, and eventually you'll get cast in a movie. It's like, who told you that? Where did you get that information?
I think it's more like, all right, my dream didn't work out, but I do love crack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess because I guess that makes sense.
It is weird when you see them like clocked out.
What do you mean? Oh, when they're when they like take it off and they're like mentally not the character anymore.
Yeah, like you'll see, like I've seen it before. There's a guy like in a ramen place with like his Cookie Monster head next to him.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen that. I've seen the famous the Walk of Fame Jack Sparrow in CVS, just like mulling over which medicine he can afford. Yeah, but that's what I mean is like because you would think that to do that, You would think that if you're a guy who's like, I'm gonna be a character on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you would think that you just like that's like you're mentally ill. That's what you want all the time. But to see them take off the outfit and separate and like show some semblance of like normalcy, that's the weirdest part.
See them take off the suit, sit down on the bench, take out their flip phone, look at a picture of their son that they can't see anymore, that they're not allowed to see.
You're like, damn, they're really just people like me. It's not all glitz and glamour out here in front of the Hard Rock Cafe.
No, it is not.
No, it is not. Yeah, but dude, like, well, but it's like, but that's what I'm saying is like, it's also the fact that there's like a tradition component to it. There have been people for decades who are Michael Jackson impersonators. It's what they want to be. They don't want to be a dance. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that there are people who aspire to be impersonators in public places. And to what end, I don't know. Maybe that's the truest passion that you can have in entertainment. But I don't get it.
It's got to be way worse than getting any job, I think.
Yeah, you know,
you got to work because like, I mean, granted, I'm thinking of I'm comparing this to crust punks who are offering nothing in exchange for asking for money,
right?
But it's like you got to do like 12 hours of that.
That's what I'm saying. And some of them, like you see some of these like Michael Jackson people, and you're like, oh shit, you're a good dancer. Like you're like good at this, and you're doing this. You know what I mean? Apply yourself.
I guess it's like anything where it's like you have to be so good.
Right.
Like being the second best means 0.
Yeah, that's for the sidewalk. Yeah, shit, that's probably really true. You know, you're right. Yeah, you've got to be in like the top like 5%. Otherwise, it's like congratulations, you worked really hard on this, but you will never break through.
Yeah. Try starting a podcast because you are not allowed to work this comedy club.
Yeah. I don't know who would do that, but
get a nice late night dark energy on this episode.
I thought it was upbeat. I thought we were having a good time talking about movies, you know. But no, we can get dark. Is it midnight?
Is it midnight?
Let's see if it's midnight.
No, it's unless the clock is wrong.
It's 11:04.
Oh.
All right, not quite midnight.
Midnight.
It's a good thing. We should end this before it turns midnight because something horrible could happen.
Yeah, something really bad.
Right as the clock strikes midnight. What will happen?
One of the studio lights could fall down and crush us.
That's right. Yeah, maybe you'll turn into a werewolf or a ghoul of some kind.
I hate turning into a dang ghoul.
It's the worst. It's probably one of the. I would say it's like in terms of fates, it's bottom 5. You know what I mean? If top 3 are like, you know, going to heaven, reincarnation, nothing, you know, if those are like the top 3, I would say that being a ghoul forced to walk the earth is definitely like bottom of the class.
Especially if you're just guarding some shitty tomb.
Oh, God, I hope I don't have to guard a tomb. I'm so glad that I don't.
You have your like level 1 sword. Ah, fuck, I'm going to get run through as soon as they come in here.
Do you think we're even going to get to be buried by the time we die? I feel like the real estate's going to run out.
Dude, now that aliens are real,
who cares?
We are not dying in our sleep peacefully of old age.
We're going to be vaporized.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
We're going to be vaporized or we're going to die enslaved on a planet so far away we can't even comprehend it.
They'll actually probably find a way to keep us alive forever. That'll be the worst part is like if they figured out like interstellar travel and like renewable energy, they're like, yeah, and we've also figured out how to like, you know, completely freeze the aging process. Bad news for you. You're going to work the you know, the iridium mines for the rest of the millennia.
They're like, you know what's the most fucked up part is we don't even need slavery. We don't need labor.
Yeah,
this is fun.
We do it for fun.
We do it for fun.
We're on a hole quest through the galaxy. We got to try all the different holes. And boys, your holes are up next. Like, damn, these aliens are fucking men of pleasure. Yeah, I watched this.
It's gonna be funny, like, because aliens are not gonna have anything resembling like how we understand gender, which is there's 2 of them. But like, so it's gonna be funny. We'll be like, are you the boys or the girl aliens? It's like, why? It's like you're just jerking off. You're like, no reason
at all. Yeah,
no reason at all. But if I did want to fuck you, would I be gay?
Yeah. I mean, like, look, man. If aliens are hot. I think we literally talked about this last episode. Yeah. I've certainly thought about it because it's like, you know what, it's like I've had sex with people. I've had sex with most of the different, in terms of the swatches, most of the different colors of skin. But I'm greedy. I want it all.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, you should fuck like an octopus or something.
No,
don't they say those are the closest to alien life that we probably have?
Oh, octopus? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably shit way down in the deep.
Yeah, they have like a cloaca of some sort, I assume.
Oh, I think they have no.
You could fuck their beak.
Squids have the beak. I don't think octopuses have the beak. Octopuses, I'm pretty sure, are strong enough to just rip your cock off if they don't like what it's doing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that an octopus will do that. I watched.
You know how dolphins rape people sometimes? Have any of those people like gone on Carson or something to
talk about being raped by a dolphin?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Someone should really report back.
Yeah, it's funny. I hear that. I don't think I've ever like read about like the specific instances of it. I just know that dolphins rape each other.
Yeah, they rape each other, and there was that dolphin that they gave LSD and tried to teach math, and it kept just getting horny. So the lady scientist started just jerking it off.
I mean, honestly, look, dolphin, I get it.
Yeah.
Dolphin and me are kidding. I'd love to take LSD and start communicating with the dolphins.
It's great. That was science in the 60s. They're just like, we're going to give dolphins acid and see if we can talk to them.
Yeah, the government just dropped off this surplus load of acid from that failed MK Ultra thing they were doing.
Yeah.
They told us to give it to the fish.
Anyway, I think the way it ended is the lady, they made her stop jerking off the dolphin. And the dolphin just swam to the bottom of the tank and drowned itself.
Kill itself?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Because imagine like that's like eating the apple. Imagine having the knowledge of like somebody jerking you off, and then like once it stops, you just have your little fins. You don't even have fucking thumbs.
Because what else can you do? Your dolphin, you have to just like rub it against the sand.
You've got to fuck another dolphin. That is truly the curse of being an animal. All right, it's if you don't have an animal that doesn't have like opposable thumbs. But if you don't have a partner, you're not getting off.
Oh, you are not getting off.
And that's why it's horrible that dolphins do have sex for pleasure, because they have to have a partner. There's no masturbation in dolphins.
I didn't know that they did have sex for pleasure.
Dolphins have. They're one of the. I think it's us and there might be some other mammals that do it, but it's us and them are notably the only two animals that really have sex for pleasure. Maybe elephants do,
and that's why we're a perfect match. So honestly, I think we should have some more. We should have more dolphins.
Think about how smooth your children would be if you got a dolphin pregnant.
Maybe that's what grays are. That's what gray aliens are. Is it's
people in the future?
It's descendants of humans and dolphins.
They got bold enough to fuck. I like that a lot. I think that makes sense, honestly.
Yeah.
They got bold enough in the future. Maybe like women. Maybe what happened? Maybe there's some kind of women shortage. I don't know why there would be. China, and I can't possibly imagine a government mandating a woman shortage. So maybe once we run out of women.
Yeah. Honestly, the Chinese government is gay as hell.
They're
a state mandated sausage fest.
That's right. Yeah, dude. That's why like, and there's such horniness in that country because it is like, the ratio's all off.
Yeah, it's Smurfs.
It's total Smurfs. It's completely Smurfs. And you can't even like, I'm pretty sure like they can't even like, I don't know what the censorship is like in terms of like porn over there, but like I know that in Japan they censor the pussies. I think like porn, like I don't know what you're able to do on the internet in China. And whatever you do,
you cannot watch Winnie the Pooh. I know that much.
I know that much. Yeah, that's very true. Oh, imagine, dude, I bet Winnie the Pooh hentai is I bet somebody has like a book of like printed out Winnie the Pooh hentai that he hides like it's V for Vendetta.
They should like how they used to just like airdrop like a bunch of flyers that would go all over the place and like propaganda. It should just be Winnie the Pooh hentai.
Oh damn, dude!
Just drop it over Tiananmen Square.
Xi Jinping would be he'd be fuming. They would probably release another virus.
Dude, it totally came from those labs.
Yes, it came from those labs.
Yeah.
We said it over a year ago. I'm telling you, dude, I said
well, to be fair, first we thought that it was invented by a Korean death cult, which we were wrong. I was I
don't know.
I picked that up from Tim Dillon. That's my bad.
I don't know if I don't think we said we thought it was invented by them. I think that we said that they thought maybe they were using it as an opportunity to fulfill their ultimate goal. I don't think we ever said we thought it was invented by them.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
you know what? Let's go with we didn't.
I don't think we did. I'm not even saying let's go. I remember.
Yeah, but it's crazy now that like actual like articles are saying like, yeah, you know, it may have come from the lab, because all the articles have to be like, you know, definitely don't be mad at them or anything.
Yeah,
but
they didn't do anything wrong. Well, I mean, look, Brandon, have you noticed that like throughout this whole pandemic, every time there's like a big article that's been like, this is exactly what's going on and don't question it, and if you do, you're racist. 2 months later, there's an article. It's like, okay, this is exactly what's going on. Like, it has changed.
But don't learn any lessons from it.
Yeah. Don't wear masks. Masks won't help you. Everybody has to wear a mask. You can't go into a store without a mask. It's like, look.
Yeah.
It's I understand.
And now it's like they released the guidelines. They're like, you don't have to wear masks anymore and stuff like that. And now Fauci is he's like, I think people are misinterpreting it. And it's like, no, you can just say that you shouldn't have said that so soon.
I know, but the problem is they've already done that like 8 times.
Yeah.
The CDC has already like said things and then walked it back and then said it was incorrect. And there's no I understand why people are skeptical, because this thing has been a mess like from the beginning. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think that like most things that were poo-pooed is fake, and not just relating to COVID.
Yeah.
But in general, it's always like 5 years after something is ridiculed as a conspiracy theory, Jeffrey Epstein is killed in his jail cell, and then Melinda Gates talks about how. Anyway, you know what I'm saying.
The new guidelines is basically like if I was like at an orgy and I was just like trying to slip it in raw, and the girl's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Steve's wearing a condom," like pointing at him.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, look, he's over there wearing it. We're totally fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, you know what? If I feel like
man, my mom's in town. I gotta see if she has come around on Epstein, because I remember debating her. Like,
she thinks he killed himself?
No, yeah, she's like, you think the government would kill someone? I'm like, yes.
I mean, you gotta be like, look, Mom, it's more complicated. Like, if you're gonna use a blanket term like the government, it's far more complicated than that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the government, because the government and the intelligence.
The question is which American government?
Right.
The one we know about?
I mean, look, we know that there's rivalry between the different intelligence agencies, and they deliberately don't share information with each other. So, like, why wouldn't there be powers within the government that act alone or, like, have more power than others? You know what I'm saying? Other branches.
Also, it's just like, I mean, the cameras were off, both guards were asleep.
Yeah.
And, like, that's insane.
Dude, it is. I remember my stupid roommates that I used to live with. I said the same thing to Don. Epstein going to jail and then dying was such a huge moment of vindication for me, because I had so many people roll their eyes at me calling me a conspiracy theorist. Like, when he was arrested, my old roommate was like, yeah, he's going to have a bad time in prison too. You know, he's not one of those guys who does well in prison. He's had 2 Pamphlet of a life. And I was like, he's not going to make it to federal prison, you idiot.
Also, the fact that Ghislaine is alive, I think,
but have you seen that she's got like
she's getting rocked.
she's getting fucking punched in the face by I don't know who. Like, and what's the weirdest thing about that picture is she has a huge black eye and she's smiling. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I'm still waiting to see what happens with her. She'll just never go to trial. She'll just be in that holding center for like fucking 15 years.
Yeah, or she'll go to trial and they like won't let her speak, and the judge will just be like, all right, and I think that we can wrap this up. No need for either side to really present any kind of evidence. 5 years? Good? We good?
So, yeah, you can serve it from home.
Yeah. The judge walks in, like, clearly suntanned from some sort of island vacation. He's like, so we can just wrap this up, right?
Ghislaine, so good to see you. Are they treating you well? How's the food? Yeah. No. So what? So your mom, but your mom's probably not that politically engaged either. She's probably like not that engaged in like all this shit. Like, how much does she know about, like, you know?
Well, the thing is, unless you're a fucking weirdo, nobody knew anything about the Epstein case until like then.
Yeah. I mean, some people. I mean, like, a lot of it is like, I don't want to dismiss it as like fringe or weird, because a lot of it is just like out in the open, like insane. Like the brazenness of it is the crazy part.
Yeah.
And how many fucking people were just in photos with him and on that island? I don't know. Yeah,
but you know, who are we to say? Maybe he's innocent.
Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah, sure.
That's my take. He killed himself because he was innocent.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't feel good to have that many people mad at you.
It really doesn't.
That's really what it is. He was like, man, I was just trying to. Have you ever seen? There's like a VH1 like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous episode all about him, and it's aged so badly.
Oh, so like from like the 90s?
Early 2000s, and it's all about how he's like a playboy about town, and he's like, and how does Jeffrey Epstein travel? He has his own private jet frequented by his good friends Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, and Bill Gates, and like little fucking like graphics of them pop up. That's so sick, fucking hilarious. Yeah, I mean, has your mom watched the Nightline BBC interview with fucking Prince Andrew?
No, I mean, my mom doesn't think he was in it.
She just doesn't think that he was.
She just doesn't think that he was murdered.
Okay, but all right. I mean, that's so. But why at this point? Why not? I mean, I'm not gonna have your mom's not here. I'm not gonna have a hypothetical argument with you. I should. You know what? How long's your mom in town? I should sit down and talk to her.
Yeah.
I should just like, dude.
Let's go to her hotel, wake her up.
I should like, yeah. I should fucking like sit her in front of the TV, just like, Mrs. Cricket, you hearing this? Dining with him, dancing with him. Do you understand? Like, listen to what he did.
It's no good what he did. That Jeffrey
You think he
Epstein
was getting pizza that night? Really? Also, that's so. I didn't even realize that wrinkle. His excuse for like one of his alibis is he was getting pizza.
It's so insane.
Oh, they're rubbing it right in our fucking face, dude.
Damn, am I about to go back on a deep dive of Pedogate?
Welcome. Come back. We've been waiting for you, Brendan. We all float down here.
Yeah.
You will.
So I was on a Stephen Paddock kick for a little bit.
Stephen Paddock's another really interesting one. Stephen Paddock is one where I can't even connect the dots, though. I think we've talked about this.
It's like, it's so bizarre. Like, I don't have any puzzle pieces.
I can conclusively, I feel conclusive that something's going on in regards to Stephen Paddock, but I am not at all smart enough to like. But yeah, did we talk about it on? We talked about it on an episode? Oh no, was it on the Trash podcast where we talked about like the security guard who was there? At Mandalay Bay, and like he was on Ellen. And did you talk about this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, with his handler. Like the security guard had a handler.
Yeah. Just like a mysterious man in a suit who sat next to him.
Oh, that's so fun. That was on daytime TV? Why? Like,
yeah. And that man does not have a driver's license anymore.
Definitely
not. That man does not exist anymore.
Yeah, damn, dude. I still need to watch that. I meant to watch it right after you talked about it on that podcast we did. Yeah, I don't know. I need a new conspiracy. I've definitely I'm still going down rabbit holes, but I need a new one.
Yeah. Are there new ones?
All the time. Every day.
We gotta treat this like when we were like teenagers and like bands. We're like, I need to know all the new ones.
Yeah, I've got to have somebody like recommending new conspiracy theories to me. I've got to download.
Have you seen Best New Conspiracy?
Yeah.
JFK's on there.
Yeah.
The reissue.
Yeah, Pitchfork's BNC. Yeah. Yeah, what I was going to tell you is there's a movie that you have HBO Max, right? This will freak you out about like, this is just another thing that'll just keep you up at night worrying because it's completely possible. There's this movie on HBO Max called Greenland with Gerard Butler. It's a movie. This is why I was talking in the Discord, like what's scary? Do you think like alien, basically there's a giant rock and there's a giant meteor coming towards Earth. The government tells everybody it's going to be safe. It's going to break up in the atmosphere. That's not the case. They're just trying not to panic people. And then like, randomly they've selected like a few thousand people to be flown to this like special bunker in Greenland. And Gerard Butler's family gets chosen, but they get this emergency broadcast that's just meant for them while all their neighbors are over at their house like watching a football game and like telling them where to go, and like his phone's going off and then like nobody else's phone is going off, so they all just have to be like, yeah, maybe maybe your TV's doing it at home too, all right, bye. and you know, it's like everybody's just like, wow. So giant space rock is coming. They get turned away because his son has diabetes and they don't want anybody with like medical complications, because it's like it's just a weird, that part of the movie doesn't make sense because there's an abundance of insulin, like it's not a problem later, but like basically they get turned away, and so they just have 2 days to like get to these bunkers in Greenland before like it's an extinction level event, and you're just like watching it. Anyway, it's like, what is scarier, like sentient alien invaders or just like the total indifference of the universe, just like a 9-mile wide asteroid. I'm inclined to go asteroid.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't reason with an asteroid. Probably can't reason with aliens either, but...
No. Damn. I am so terrified of death, dude.
You are?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think I am. I really think I'm going to be okay with it whenever it comes. What scares you about death? Going to hell or something like that? Like you weren't good? Or just not doing the things you wanted to do?
Yeah, that and like what if God isn't real? Even though I do believe.
Well, then
it's like, what if I was wrong and like, fuck.
What, like, well, do you mean, what if God isn't real? Like, you're going to get up there and you're going to be like, and Muhammad's going to be like tapping his foot, just like, what the fuck? Dude?
No, just like the idea of nothingness isn't comforting to me. Like the idea of ceasing to exist terrifies me.
Yeah, but I guess you won't. I personally do think something does happen after you die. I think that, like, however, and I think this is, they even talk about this in the Bible. I don't know if I believe in like a strict biblical description of the afterlife, but basically, like, you enter like a plane of consciousness where like your attachments, the things that you would miss about Earth, are basically meaningless to you because you've like ascended to this like new plane of consciousness. So I think like whatever death is, you won't be identifying with your earthly self when you're experiencing it, which I think will make it less painful. But on the flip side, also the idea of just like there being nothing does feel like some kind of reprieve that I'm not totally afraid of, because consciousness forever can be like if I think about it too much, it can feel slightly suffocating. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
I don't know. I just get so bummed out thinking about like it's like, what if there's nothing, like, and then imagine like if your life was you lived for 20 years and then you fought in a battle for a king and died.
Oh, that's the other thing is like you're right, like how, like, taking stock of how insanely lucky we are and how like right now there's literally somebody in some like horrible third world country whose like life was like they woke up, it was bad for 18 years and then they died, you know, shot by a child soldier.
Yeah.
And they literally, like, their life flashes before their eyes and they're like, oh my God, not a single, because like, you know, coming from like Western, somewhat privileged, like suburban backgrounds, like we've kind of had this, you know, comforting thought put in our heads, like eventually you'll have nice moments, something will go right, you'll enjoy little moments. Some people just fucking don't, you know what I mean? We're lucky that we're people who have gotten to enjoy nice moments. I don't know, I'm sure I'm spiraling down a path right now, but it's crazy to think about because for some people reality is horrible from start to finish. And it's like I don't know if it's even that disturbs me so much. I mean, obviously that's bad. I think what disturbs me is the idea of like giving your life to someone else and then it was a lie. Like I don't know, like the kind of scenes that disturb me the most in like movies is like in this one episode of The Witcher, there's like these cultist like magic people, and you know they do like black magic, so it's all like fucked up and horrible. And like one of the things is like they need to know where someone went, and they have to do a ritual where like a guy like eats a piece of like flesh or something and then like guts himself, and then they examine his organs and they know where that. And he did it just for them.
Yeah, and he did it just for them, and he like hesitates beforehand. And then there's like another one later where like they're like making people turn themselves into like shells that get sent, but they just keep getting deflected, and she's like, another one, and the guy's like, ugh. It's like those scenes, like that is like worse than any horror movie to me. It's like harrowing.
Dude, that's how the people in World War I felt when they were sent over, you know, back when, because I think it was like, it's in that movie Gallipoli, but so certain armies in World War I in trench warfare, I forget who, but like some of the armies had like automatic machine guns in World War I, but a lot of armies didn't. They just had like, you know, like not single shot rifles, but you have to, they're not automatic. And so when you were going over the top in trench warfare, if you were up against an army that had machine guns, it was certain death. You weren't going to make it across. You were outgunned, but you had to do it anyway. There's this great Mel Gibson movie, Gallipoli, where they really drive home like the futility of that mission and like how fucking terrifying it is. All right, what you're circling around, like the fear of like giving your life to someone else and not doing what you've wanted. There's this anime The guy just died on May 6th, the creator of it. He didn't finish it. I mean, it's been going for 30 years, but the anime is only 25 episodes. It's just like the first arc, called Berserk. I think you might like it. It takes place... It's supposed to be kind of like medieval Dark Ages, but it's all about this guy Guts who's like looking for his purpose, and and basically like there's this other guy. Oh, fuck, I can't believe I'm forgetting the names. He basically falls in with this other like band of traveling marauders, and like in this world what you do is like you fight and you become mightier and you get more people to join your army, and they all live their lives in service of this guy who's incredibly charismatic, but like Guts is conflicted about it, and the show is about him finally deciding not to live for someone else and start like living for himself. It's like the central theme of the show. It's very good. It's also very fucked up, but it's fantastic. It's a super emotional watch.
I'll check it out. I've seen tons of people posting about it.
Yeah, if the only thing you watch is the anime, I mean, it leaves you on a huge cliffhanger, but it's like, I think it's kind of perfect as like a 25 episode piece. Anyway, sorry, I just talked for a long time about
it's okay.
Bullshit. Yeah, Berserk, you would like it.
Yeah. But anyway, you shouldn't have these concerns if we ever start a cult. You should definitely just lay down your life at any given point.
Yeah, because we'll be nice to you. We'll give you like cookies and fucking anything you want.
And also like our visions will be true.
Yeah,
that we
true.
have. Yeah,
they're true.
They're all true.
What are you worried about? Shut up. Stop. Oh, you're scared? Shut up. Give me your blood.
Give us your damn blood.
Give us your blood. Why? Because I want it.
We want it.
I've given so much of my blood. I deserve this blood. More than anything, I deserve this blood.
Yeah, you've given so much blood that circle of blood should come back to you.
We should really be teaching people about the circle of blood, dude. I think that's the new, that's it.
The blood cycle.
That's the new theme. That's the new moral that we're teaching people is the circle of blood.
You give blood, you receive blood.
You get blood, all right? Aesop never could have come up with it.
Yeah. One of the only ways to get blood.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to receive blood before giving blood?
That doesn't make any sense.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
What are you, stupid? You dunce?
You fucking moron. All right, I think that this got real weird. We truly lived up to it being a spooky late night. We got into like, our own mortality. This was definitely one for the spooky books.
Yeah. This was a weird 1-2 of episodes.
Yeah, it was. It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
It's fine. See you guys.